Today I want to speak to the review of the concessionary charges and rules element of school transport, the school transport scheme that was published yesterday, this report. And on reading this report, it's clear that the Minister of State, John Halligan, has not listened to the concerns raised in respect of the operation of the school transport scheme. There are almost 7,000 children across the state that have applied for school transport and were refused a seat, despite claims from the Minister of State that no child would be without a seat. In Mayo alone, there were 497 concessionary primary tickets and 589 post-primary tickets issued. 289 requested a concessionary ticket but didn't receive one. In fact, a number of people actually paid for the tickets and still didn't get them. The fact that this review proposes keeping the status quo is simply unacceptable and does not take into account the reality on the ground. The policy changes, which in all fairness were imposed by Fianna Fáil, do not take account of the traditional catchment areas, health and safety concerns and community links. Areas like Ballycroy and Louisburg in County Mayo have been deeply affected by these changes. Pupils are forced to go to different schools to their siblings, and parents are forced to reduce their employment hours or give up their jobs to provide private transport for their children. The fact that it would cost a mere £7 million to provide every child with a school bus seat adds insult to injury and will be no comfort to the families affected by this. In our alternative budget, Sinn Féin had provided for £7 million investment in school transport, and for Senator Buttimer, who appears to have continuous difficulty grasping basic economics, this can be paid for twice over by phasing the withdrawal of private school annual state subsidy over 5 years, which would bring an annual saving of £15.85 million. And if you don't believe me, you might just check that. Withdrawing and reducing the sizes of buses prevents children from using school transport and is a short-sighted move and feeds into the economic and social exclusion of the working poor in particular. Those families who already work long hours on low wages and are already creaking under the weight of high interest rates and ever-increasing household bills. So, Leader, I'm asking that Minister Halligan comes before the House at the earliest opportunity to discuss this report in detail, so that these families who are affected this year and the many other families who are lined up to be excluded from school transport next year be taken care of. Thank you, Cahill.